All right, guys, time for talking during the movies. And first thing we want to get into is theories. And I don't think this is a theory more so than actually a fact. The Hughes brothers, I think they went out of their way to, number one, of course, pay homage to a couple of, like you mentioned, Taxi Driver. And there are a couple other things, Ferris Bueller. So clearly they're fans of film. It's almost like if me and you made a film or another film, we like to drop little things that we love somehow and pay homage to things. But what I want to say is that, again, it's not a theory, it's a fact that they truly set out to make the best movie they could, but to also show the plight of what's going on without overdoing it. They didn't throw it in your face. They just said, like you mentioned it earlier, you didn't feel like at any point they were leaning on the whole black thing or the whole war, whole this. It's like, no, if I dropped you in a time period at this time and you were of this descent, this is what you were going through. We're simply just going to show our lives.
Yeah.
We're not going to throw it all up in your face. There were no Black Lives Matter signs back then. There, even though all that stuff was still going on, there's no protest. And they actually had the courage to actually tackle stuff that people didn't. If you notice, Skip's character, but his mindset was that of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali didn't want to go fight, as he called the Viet Cong. They kept saying it, that's not my war.
I ain't fighting no white man's war. Shit, them Viet Congs, Chungs, whatever the fuck ain't done shit to me.
They even have Anthony later on in the film find that verbiage, that lineage, and then you hear his captain or his superior say, "Hey man, get that junk out of my face," or whatever. So
you get rid of that cocksucking common bullshit right now.
They did such a good job of saying, okay, if I'm a filmmaker and that's my talent, how do I use my talent to express how I feel about what's going on? It's like a painter painting something and somebody looking into it and interpreting it. So they made this art for people to see. Like, I don't know if they're going to get it or when they're going to see it, but we're going to be as true to ourselves and as true to the time and the era and what's going on. So that's not a theory. It's a fact they set out to, and I don't think that they wavered at any time based off those things. So that's mine.
I agree with that. Yeah, that goes back to what we were saying before. Like, it's not really a movie about black culture. It's just set on the backdrop of black culture. But there's all these other things that were happening during that time that were just as relevant, and I think they did a really good job at meshing them all together without harping on one. I don't want to say too much because it's not really a way to do it too much, but so much that it would make average moviegoers uncomfortable or like turned off in a certain way, like they're feeling like they're being preached at about something that they might already know.
Right. If you notice that it's not overly cursy, it's not overly sexual, it's not overly anything. It's just a day in the life,
it's pretty cursy. I think it's in like the top 15 of how many fucks are dropped in a single film.
Again,
it's like
I think Bernie Mac said it best.
A fuck per minute.
I think Bernie Mac said it best. You get around us, we use it as an adjective, a noun. A noun, it means a person, place, or thing to us. So while you heard the word, it wasn't meant as a curse word.
Whether you're in like urban warfare or Vietnam warfare, like what the fuck do you want people to say when they're in the midst of, when they're in the shit?
In the shit. I'll drop these boys into the shit.